Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TechZulu live from Pubcon. I am your host, Amanda Coulong, and I am here with my neighbor, actually, Bobby from Link Emperor. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am well. I think we need coffee, though, don't you?
I need coffee and water
And cookies.
Red Bull and yeah, a ton of other things too that our friend Ori could probably provide, but I don't know.
Our friend Ori off camera, he's wearing a shirt that says "That's what she said," so we're going to be pointing at random intervals to the shirt off camera. So, but we're tired because we've had a really good long day at the show. Lots of traffic through this expo hall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was a great day. We were talking to people all day long. You can see I'm talking a mile a minute right now because I'm used to explaining about 100 different features of my new software product very rapidly, as fast as possible.
Well, that's what we need to cover. So what exactly does Link Emperor do?
Link Emperor is a fully automated SEO tool. So it will go through all the different phases of trying to promote your website on the internet. It'll go through keyword research. So it'll find targets for you where you want to rank and figure out what can bring you the most traffic for your website. Then it'll go and it'll do a little on-page audit. So it'll say, all right, your website's missing a few things that are important, but it's also got a lot of things that are looking good. So, you can check off a couple boxes and maybe make some changes. Then the next stage is you go and we do keyword or link building. So sorry, it's been a long day. I'm stumbling all over myself. So we do link building. So we work with 32 different service providers who just build a ton of different links of varying qualities and degrees. So anything from just like blog comments and simple things like that to article directory postings to press releases and private network blog posts and all sorts of different things. So our goal is really to be a one-stop shop for SEO and for people to be able to find whatever they want to through some kind of a provider. And we see our purpose as being an automator. So a lot of people go out there and they'll build links individually, or they'll hire teams of people who will build links for them, or all sorts of different things. Everybody kind of does their SEO a little bit differently. But what we want to do is allow people to go and just create a schedule of what happens and then set it and forget it and just let it go. Kind of like Ron Popeil with the juicer.
Just like the juicer.
Exactly.
So
that's our tagline, Link Emperor, just like the juicer.
I'm sure they're going to love that when the rest of your team hears that.
Sell it. Yeah, it's good.
Well, this sounds like it sounds pretty appealing. So, are you looking to who's your main target then with Link Emperor?
We have a couple different target audiences, but it's mainly people who are generally already doing some of their own SEO, but they're interested in automating it. Because what we find is that a lot of people who have their own businesses online spend like half their day just doing their SEO. Yeah. And so what we can do is take that out of their life and allow them to focus on other parts of their business. So it's very nice for a small business provider or a small business person. It's also good for SEO firms who have a ton of different clients, but they're not necessarily good at scaling their operation. So we give them a way to put in a ton of different customers in there, and it kind of handles it for them and automates everything. Gives them reports on what comes back in and stuff like that.
Well, okay, so that's good for the product. Now let's talk a little bit about.
Most interesting thing to watch about on a TV show.
Actually, it is because we're talking from Pubcon, and Pubcon is where we're talking about SEO and search. No.
Okay, that's true. So everybody who's watching this is interested in SEO and search. You're saying? All right. Well, fantastic.
Exactly. So as it relates to SEO and search overall, what are you picking up here at the show? What sort of questions are you getting from people? What misunderstandings, misinformation is out there potentially about SEO?
Well, I could talk about that forever because everybody has a different opinion of what works and what doesn't in SEO.
Right.
So really what we just say is, you know what, you need to split test things, you need to split test everything, and you need to test it out yourself and just see what works for you, So there's a lot of people out there that will take advice from their friend who does SEO, and he told them something that they thought was, right, so now they go and they look at everything through that lens, but really you have to kind of do some of your testing yourself. But so what we say is that, we've done a lot of that on our own sites. This is a tool that we developed for ourselves. And
So that's how it originally started.
it started because we had a team of people in the Philippines who were building backlinks for us all day long. It was fully not automated, as pretty much as it can be. And then my business partner, Kevin, who's a computer programmer, he's an absolute genius, came in and said, all right, I'm going to automate all of this stuff that you're doing that works, and I'm going to make it a lot easier and cheaper for you. So that's what we did. We use it still on all of our other sites, but now this is the first thing that we've ever tried to sell to like an internet marketing kind of an audience. Previously, for the last few years, we've just had our own e-commerce stores and other products and stuff like that that we sold to a general populace.
You also have a podcast, no?
We do have a podcast. We have a podcast at gangsterprofit.com. It's not Gangsta Profit, it's Gangster Profit.
Oh, gangsterprofit.com.
Yeah, and we talk about internet marketing and making money online and how we got started and how we started from college where we had no money to, on a shoestring budget, building up a couple different businesses that are successful on the internet from pretty much nothing. So we do podcasts and we kind of tell people what we think works and what doesn't and why, like some of these big businesses that are here do things that are a little bit more old school and how we do things that are a little bit more new school or gangster, so.
Not gangsta,
Not
gangster.
Gangster, it's much classier.
So Bobby, last thing, we're coming up on the end of the year.
Okay.
What do you see as being potentially big trends for 2012? What sort of predictions do you have?
In search, in internet marketing in general?
Either of those, SEO, search, internet marketing.
One thing I would say is the biggest trends that we're moving towards is video. Video is clearly everybody has to have it. If you don't have video on your sales letter, on your squeeze page, anywhere, you're not going to sell anything.
How much did we pay you before you sat down?
I wouldn't quite go that far, but it's basically true. Anybody who has a fresh site with fresh content is delivering video to all their customers. So that's a big thing. Some of the other big things that I've seen is fresh content, not duplicate content, is a big thing that Google keeps saying, so everybody is now hiring article writers and having people constantly delivering new content to their sites. So that's just a massive thing.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, though? Because people seem to be churning out all of this fresh content, but is it quality content?
I think that a lot of it is not quality content, I'll be completely honest. I know that they're moving towards, at some point they may get it to a point where they can discern the difference between quality content and non-quality. At this point, I don't think that they can because a lot of people are out there using the same articles and just spinning little keywords and doing gimmicky stuff like that. But they're moving in a direction that they think is good, and they say that they're seeing improved search results, and so it's good. Yeah, I don't know.
So for better or for worse,
Whatever
fresh
it is,
content.
I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like a cat and mouse game. They change something, so we change something, and it's like the black hat thing, where everybody is just chasing around. So
some of this content
Not to say
tweaking
that
would
we
be
are
gray
black
hat.
because we are. I would call us gray hat. We have solutions for everybody. If you're looking to do black hat link building that's very cheap and low quality, we do provide that through some of our providers, but you don't have to get that if you don't want it for your sites. You can also go and get some of the top-notch quality. So it depends how much you have to spend and how much you believe is effective in the spectrum of link building. So we try to leave it up to you. We just want to be a broker who's kind of a person in the middle and tries to provide everything in an automated way for whatever you want.
Very well said. Well, thank you so much. I think we're probably going to wrap things up here pretty soon because, we're at Pubcon in Vegas, and there are parties to go to tonight that we have to get ready for and drink coffee for and get, wake up a little bit. Take naps and stuff like that. Won't you be my neighbor?
Absolutely.
That was an inside joke. Anyway, everyone, Bobby with Link Emperor, and I'm Amanda, Queen of the Universe, so that goes really well. And we will catch up with you again soon here from Pubcon. I'm Amanda with TechZulu.com.
Thanks, Amanda.